My sister went after my husband at my wedding, but the camera caught every single word. My sister Dove tried to go after my husband on our wedding day, but she forgot one thing. I had known her tricks my whole life. Dove was the golden child. If she broke my things, Mom called it an accident. If she lied, Mom believed her. If I cried, I was told to be nicer. She once cut up my dresses, and somehow, I still got blamed. When we got older, I kept my distance. Dove married a rich man named Jeremy and acted like she had won life. Then he left her, and she moved back home jealous that I was doing well. By then, I had met Atlas at work. He was kind, calm, and careful with me. After a year and a half, he asked to meet my family. I wanted to say no, because I knew Dove would try something. That dinner proved me right. Dove showed up with her hair dyed like mine, wearing a black dress like she was on a date. When Atlas walked in, she pushed past me and hugged him first. At dinner, she rushed to sit beside him. I asked her to move, and she gave me a hard smile. Atlas said he liked hiking, and suddenly, Dove loved hiking too. Then she smiled at me like she had already won. Atlas kept trying to pull me into the talk, but Dove kept leaning closer. She touched his sleeve, laughed too loud, and asked if he liked fun girls while looking at me. Mom acted like it was cute. After dinner, Dove cornered Atlas in the hall. She asked him to call her phone because she had lost it, even though it was in her purse. Then she started telling him how lonely she was after her divorce. On the ride home, Atlas told me everything. He said, "Your sister is not just being friendly." When he proposed months later, I was happy, but I also felt sick thinking about the wedding, so I made a quiet plan. With the venue's approval, I paid for extra security and cameras in the private rooms. My maid of honor, Sarah, watched the feed on her phone. The wedding day started perfectly. Dad cried when he saw me. Atlas cried when I walked down the aisle. Dove sat beside Mom in a pale dress that was almost white, but I ignored it. During photos, she kept stepping close to Atlas and asking if the lighting made her look good. The photographer moved her twice. At the reception, she drank too fast and watched Atlas. Then Atlas left to fix his cufflink in the groom's suite. I was dancing with my bridesmaids when Sarah grabbed my wrist. Her face was white. She pulled me behind the dessert table, held up her phone, and whispered, "You need to see this now." On the screen, Atlas was near the couch, and Dove was blocking the door. Her dress strap had slipped, and she was pressed against him, trying to kiss him. My stomach dropped. But then Atlas pushed her back and said, "What is wrong with you? I just married your sister." Dove laughed and said, "She doesn't deserve you. I'm better than her. I'm prettier. I'm more fun. She's boring, and you'll regret this." Atlas told her to get out before he called security. She stepped toward him again and said, "You wanted this. I saw how you looked at me at dinner." He grabbed her wrist and said, "I looked at you because you were making everyone uncomfortable. I love my wife. Get out." By then, my bridesmaids were crowding around Sarah's phone. Two of them recorded the feed because we all knew Dove would twist the story. Sarah sent the clip to me. I didn't scream or cry. I just walked across the hall. The music was still playing, but guests started turning because they could see our faces. I opened the door without knocking. Dove was fixing her dress, and Atlas stood across the room. Dove went pale when she saw me. "I was just checking on him," she said fast. "He looked nervous." I held up my phone and pressed play. Her own voice filled the room. "She doesn't deserve you. I'm better than her." Dove lunged for my phone, but Sarah stepped between us. Dove yelled that the video was fake and that I had set her up because I was jealous. Then I played the part where Atlas told her to leave and said he loved me. The hallway went silent. I turned and saw Dad standing in the doorway with Mom behind him and guests frozen around them. Dad looked at Dove like he was seeing her for the first time. His voice was low when he said, "Get your things from my house tonight." Dove started crying and reached for Mom, but Mom stepped back. Dad shook his head and said, "You tried to destroy your sister on her wedding day. You are not staying in my home." Security came in when Sarah waved them over. Dove screamed that I had trapped her as they walked her out through the side door.